We had some big news coming from Creality. During their 10th year anniversary livestream, they announced several brand new products. And in this video, I'm going to talk about two things that I really am interested in. The Creality Ender-3 V3 Plus plus the K2 Plus. It's going to be amazing, I promise. Right here on Zachary's 3D Prints. Hey, Zach here. You know, I was watching today the live stream of Creality announcing all their brand new products that they are going to release this year. A resin 3D printer, a scanner, a professional grade scanner, a laser engraver, but also more into the user-friendly or user-focused surfaces that they, are going to provide. I also saw something about Creality Print and Creality Cloud. So Creality is working on it to give the user the best possible experience and not stopping your creativity. So that is good. I really hope that Creality Print is getting more improved and is getting more user-friendly. But anyways, I think and I hope that Creality is also going to release slicer software or the slicer profile settings to other slicers as well. That would be amazing. But let's get into one of the first products that I want to talk about it right here in this video. So everything that you're going to see is from the live stream. If you want to rewatch it, I will put the link in the description of this video. And also, I know that my friend, the real Sam Prentice, did a video about the Creality K2 Plus. So I will put a link in the description about that as well. So hey, let's get into the Ender-3 V3 Plus. So the Creality Ender-3 V3 Plus, it is still the same mechanics as the previous version. It's a Core XZ, as you might know, but this one is going to be bigger. It is Plus, it is not called Max. Besides the fact that it has a bigger printing volume, I believe 300 times 300 times 330 compared to the 220 times 220 240, I believe, for the standard Ender-3 V3. So one of the things that they highlight because of the V3 Plus size is that you can actually print life-size items in one piece. Now, I don't know, but 300 times 300 times 330, it's kind of big, but there are still some things that needs to be cut into smaller pieces. I mean, the advertisement is great, print life-size items in one piece, but sometimes you don't want to print things in one piece because of support or because of other reasons why you are not able to print something in one piece. But I think it's great, like the book stand that they are showing off here in the live stream. I also see something with tanks. I don't know what the idea is behind it, but printing more small parts in one batch. So basically you put several smaller items on the build plate and it is being printed very quickly without you interfering with the printer. Less cutting of supersized 3D models. Yeah, that is basically the same kind of concept as printing life size, meaning you don't have to cut big models into smaller parts so that it will fit your build plate. So I think that is great. I don't know if the Ender-3 V3 is going to be a max version, like 400 times 400 times 440. That would be amazing. But I think for now, 300, 300, 330, I think that's a pretty decent size. So what they are saying here, the plus size, but with a space-saving design. The actual V3 is, what I can see here, 358 times 374 times 498 millimeters. So that is roughly a little bit of the normal size 3D printer nowadays. But the V3 Plus is 445 times 410 times 577. Comparing the two sizes with each other, it's like the whole printer in total compared to the standard size V3 is basically like 9 times 8 times 8 centimeters bigger. So it's nice that they do it within a smaller dimension. It's basically the build volume of the normal standard V3 is like 220 times 220. So for the bigger printer, it's like 300 300. So the build volume is like 80 bigger. So meaning that basically it's reasonable within the size. But space saving design, I think it's a marketing thing to say, but it's not huge. That's basically what they are saying. But filament spool holder, I would have loved to see that the filament spool holder is less visible and within the printer base. Also on the backside, because this is a bigger printer, they have those diagonal beams on the backside, making it more stable when printing fast. Game-changing Core XZ up to 600 millimeters per second, and as I believe for the normal standard version it was also 600 millimeters per second speed, so I don't think that there is a big difference. rigid all metal frame with die cast parts. So the frame is very stable. It is all metal, so you don't have to be afraid of parts getting loose or will break. Yeah, you can actually print a handbag with this 3D printer. I'm not going to say anything crazy right now, but no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's kind of cool that you can print your own handbag or man purse, I don't know, but very nice. Performance plus aesthetics Ender-3 V3 Plus. So, nice. Yeah, the acceleration on this 3D printer is 20,000 millimeters per second square. I think it still is the same kind of thing. Industry leading extruder with quick swap tri-metal, not dual metal nozzle, no, tri-metal. Which kind of metals are in there? So 1000+ hours clock-free printing, a 60-watt hot end high flow rate, quick swap for easy maintenance. So basically unscrew it and you will take the whole part out of the heater block with hardened steel tip. Oh, that's what we want. Yeah. So the price of the Creality Ender-3 V3 Plus is $479 US. I think for the size of this printer, the smart functionality that this printer has, I think it's pretty decent. So, you know, check it out. So this is the Creality K2 Plus. Like you see, it is the Creality K1 upgraded, a bigger one. It's not all the same. There are some big improvements on this machine. As you can see it, the door handle, it looks bigger. The LCD screen is now in the right-hand corner. It's I believe it's also a bigger touch screen. It's looking nice. And then of course, on top of it, the multi-material unit. And Creality calls this the Creality Filament System. Does it look the same like the AMS from Bamboo? Maybe it does, but there are some differences. And I mean, like, we all know it that something like this could happen. As I was watching the video from The Real Sam Prentice, you can check the video in the link in the description of this video, where he also talks about this unit. He has more knowledge about it. He did get more information about stuff like the CFS. I do like the design of it. It looks kind of smaller than the printer itself, but believe me, this printer is way bigger than the K1. But there is something else special with this CFS unit, because you are going to see what I mean. So what you can see here, intelligent CFS, Creality Filament System. What you can see here on the right side, you see the display, how it looks like. Yes, it does look like the interface that you would see in Bamboo Studio. On the left side, the spool holder, if you have only a single color loaded on the printer. But on the right hand side, you will see 4 different spools of filament. But wait, you can also add 3 more units to this 3D printer and have up to 16 colors. I don't know why Creality choose to have the number 4. I would have loved to see like a 5 spool unit or 4 spools, and that you can have up to 5 or 6 of those units attached to this filament system. Like mentioned, 4 times CFS for 16 color printing, auto filament loading replacement. They are also going to work on their filament production lines and to put an RFID chip in there. So auto selection of RFID filament. So what does that mean? Something very similar like Bamboo has. It would be amazing if brands are working more with this type of system, that almost every spool of filament comes automatically with an RFID chip in there, so that it doesn't matter if you have brand A or brand B or brand C, that everything is going to be read out by the system and automatically synchronize every single time, or that something magical will happen. And what you can also see here, like the yellow filament, the yellow filament is almost empty. You see that the spool is also smaller compared to the blue and white. I also see green, so I'm not really sure if in this case you can add 5 spools of filament and still keep going, because on the Bamboo Labs, so far as what I could see, 4 spools of filament, but the single spool entry doesn't work. So in this case, yes, I believe you can use up to 5 spools of filament at a time, of course with swapping filaments by the system. And here you can see very clearly they are using, let's say, like unit 1. And here you see also unit 2 with brown and I think black and lila and green. I don't know how Bamboo does do that, if it is also visible or on their X1C, Further, what you also see here is, yes, they have a display integrated into the filament storage for the CFS. You have the temperature and humidity. It's right built inside of the unit. Spring-loaded spool stabilizer. I don't know really how that exactly works. I think Sam Prentice did do more details about it. And also the hub integrated with filament buffer. So I did see in the video of Sam Prentice, I did see the little thing switching or, you know, releasing, because you do see that the pin on the backside is really jumping to the right. I did see it moving very quickly, so there's a release system in there for if the filament doesn't need to extrude anymore. So the design is fully sealed. I think the AMS unit from Bamboo does also have something similar. The dimensional accuracy is 0.05 millimeters, so it's very, very spot on. Also print quality redefined in all possible ways, no ringing at 300 millimeters per second. Yeah, that's what they always do. On the left hand side you have the K Plus, and on the right hand side you have others. So meaning which kind of printers from other brands, or the K1. They don't really say that. But, you know, you see here, it looks very nice. I don't know if it is the screen, but I do see here some lines. So nice overhang, smaller or equal to 70% at an angle of 70%, so that it is very steep. It prints still very well. Why? Because of the smart cooling that this system has. The cooling, the parts cooling that is making this possible is coming from both sides. So not only on the right hand side, what you have on the K1, but you have also on the left hand side, you have also a parts cooling fan. So what I did say about jets, you know, lifting off, you have them both. I hope the fans are a little bit more silent in this one. So there is a tilt detection. I don't know what they actually mean with tilt detection. Physically reduce the tilt, auto mesh leveling, and implicable first layer. What they are going to say is like a very nice, very spot on auto bed leveling. We are going to make sure that with our calibration or our, you know, startup sequence, you will get the best possible first layer. Wouldn't it be nice to get some very nice thin first layers that are actually perfect? We want that, right? So, and in this new Creality K2 Plus, there is a APUS. It's a direct drive extruder. It's different than the one that were used on the K1. It has a durable gears, hardened steel gears with DLC coating. I don't know what DLC coating means. Powerful hot end, 40 plus millimeter cubed per second flow rate, 350 degrees nozzle temperature, tri-metal nozzle integrated with heat break. So according to the stats of this presentation, you can print a Banshee in 10 minutes, on the K1 60 minutes, but that is also what they advertised in the past. So faster dual-core CPU, 32-bit eMMC ROM, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, normal, but also a RJ45 Ethernet port. This one, the K1 doesn't have it, but on the K2 Plus, it has Ethernet port. So I am very happy with that. What I also saw, there was a camera for the chamber. So pointing on the heat bed, as it looked like this camera is integrated into the printer. According to Sam, there is also a nozzle cam. Which kind of images that you can see there, I'm not really sure. We need to see in the future what else of information there is going to be released on the Creality side. And also this printer has a active chamber heater. This is so cool, huh? They have a Godzilla robot and they say here model created by and then the maker. Just here they are mentioning who the designer of this model was. Nice, Creality. The K2 Plus is going to be released July 31st. I didn't hear anything about price of the K2 Plus, but just imagine the price, because we are finished here. The price of this machine, you are thinking about that this 3D printer, the K2 Plus with the CFS, is going to be as a whole package that you can buy. So the price will be around some other brands as well. So I believe that the price will be around maybe 900 USD, maybe 1000 USD, something around that price. Maybe cheaper, I don't know. But they also mentioned that there will be upgrade kits for previous 3D printers where you can put this CFS unit too, like the Creality K1, K1 Max, K1C, the Creality KA. I don't know which kind of printers are all be compatible to this multicolor system. It will be amazing. Yeah, time will tell what all is going to happen during this year, what Creality is going to do. Like mentioned, the Creality Ender-3 V3 Plus is going to be available in May of this year for a price of 480 USD. And then a few months later, the Creality K2 Plus with the CFS unit is going to be available, including a price tag. At this moment, we need to guess, we need to think what the price is going to be. If you are very interested in this kind of machine and you want to know more about it, please check my friend Sam Prentice's video about the Creality K2 Plus right in the description of this video, and say hi from Zach. Yeah, Creality is not going to stop using Creality Print. Not that I'm intent to see them stopping with Creality Print. They are going to improve. But if you want to use this type of software, check out here this video that I did about Creality Print right here.